Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm still playing video games and I'm about to play a game that I did not expect to be playing. I wish I could show the text screen, but I don't want to accidentally start the game. This is Midnight Witch, I believe, and it is a visual novel and it has psychological horror elements to it. And there was a warning in the game that there might be material in here that isn't advised for people that are sensitive to, well, sensitive topics. So if you want to look up what the game really is all about before you watch this video, that's no problem, but I'm willing to play it. And honestly, if there's anything bad with the game, like beyond what is acceptable, it won't even get uploaded, so it should be good. Well, I'm just going to start the gameplay because I'm very curious to see what this game is about. I don't know what it is, but something is drawing me towards this game, so I'm just going to go for it. Here we go. Midnight Witch time. What's your name again? Oh, I gotta put my name in it. Okay, well, I'll just put can you even understand? Sir. What? Oh, Sir plays a lot. How about that? Sir plays a lot. Oh, thank you. I worked really hard on it. Oh, I gotta put the time. Well, oh, never mind. I thought I was gonna have to put the time. I was looking at my phone. Hey, Sir plays a lot. Move. Oh, they're gonna call me that. I'm part of the story. My neurons are very slowly kicking in like a rusty machine getting greased by motor oil. Interesting description. Huh? I look up with still sleepy eyes towards the origin of this pleasant morning greeting and notice Dan's cocky grin. Wes, his loyal minion, is standing right next to him with his Jinjin shirt. What even is that? You're really not a morning person. Even worse than me. Are we at school? Where are we? I feel like I've been jolted awake from a particularly heavy sleep. Like every night, I didn't go to bed until I had exhausted all the distractions available to a broke student. Okay, we're definitely like in some kind of college or university because this building is way too fancy for a high school. A well-rounded mix of TV shows, video games, and procrastination on social media. Living the life, bro. That's the gamer life. You got your gamer subs, you got your Mountain Dew, and then you got your video games. And like every morning, I promise myself to go to bed as soon as I get home. Suddenly, I feel a hand on my shoulders that abruptly pulls me out of my daydreaming. Uh-oh. Man, you're really out of it today. No, I just what exactly? Unable to finish my sentence, I gently massage my aching temples. You were with Emma, right? I don't even know who Emma is. It's been what, 6 years? Oh God, I'm a terrible friend if I don't remember who Emma is now. What? No, it's only been 2 years. Now that's a long-term relationship. Come on, you must have hit 2 years of cumulative relationships long ago, but with more than 10 girls. Hey, I'm just looking for the perfect girl. Dan's a player. Dan is a player and he's not loyal. Please stay away from him. Do not trust the flannel jacket. I answer with a particularly loud yawn. Yeah, if you say so. But what the hell are you doing at school this early? I'm a new man, bro. Time for a quick smoke and then I'm gonna be sitting in the front row. Wes bursts out laughing, revealing perfectly aligned little pointy teeth. Perfectly aligned? What about you? You've decided to rebuild your life too? Wes' smile suddenly fades and face turns pale. Well, he's not really a model of self-confidence. Did you not hear me? We have a new professor this morning. Dog, you didn't even mention that earlier. His sentence hangs in the air. So what? You don't get it, Sir plays a lot. This new professor, I hear she's absolutely Sir plays a lot. A familiar voice, soft and melodious, reaches my ears. If it's Emma, that will definitely not be a soft and melodious entrance. It's Emma. I'm sorry, Emma. I don't even know how long we've been friends. I just said it was 6. I said it was 2 years. He said it was 6. Who's counting? Who's counting really when it comes to friendship? At least we're friends, right? Emma stands right behind us, looking puzzled. Guys, why are you blocking the entrance? We're like 10 feet away from the entrance when Emma, just walk around. Dan slaps me on the back, nearing knocking the wind out of me. Look, here's your sweetheart. I jostle Dan slightly to get closer to Emma and put a shy arm around her shoulders. Uh-oh. Hey Emma, are you okay? Emma smiles at me and places a light kiss on my lips, which has a way of staggering a small wave of heat that radiates down my belly. It's just out of nowhere kissing, dude. Just right in front of everyone, too. I'm not really the romantic type, but this girl has brought out feelings in me that were previously totally unknown to me. Dan was telling me about the new professor we're having this morning, apparently. Emma looks at me with surprised expression. Oh, right. You heard it too? I remain slightly puzzled. Is this such big news? A new professor? Ah, a normal answer at last. Look, kids, it's time to go take a smoke outside and talk about a topic of the utmost importance. He turns abruptly to Wes. Wes, go get seats at the back for us. I want to sleep peacefully as soon as the new professor starts spouting off her lecture. This guy does not respect authority. With the shifty look on his face, Wes nods and quickly leaves for the auditorium. Please never come back, Wes. You need to get better friends. With my arm still around Emma, I follow Dan to the park without much enthusiasm. Ah, yes, walking through the park with the cool arm around the girlfriend look. Yeah, I got a girlfriend, everyone. And what? What is it with everyone in this new professor? Is it someone famous? Yes, it is Henry Winkler. From the show, the one show about jumping over the shark thing. And you know that guy, Henry Winkler, the old man that everyone loves in Hollywood. The autumn breeze makes Emma's shoulders shiver, and she decides to cling to my arm a little tighter, in hopes of drawing some warmth from it. My goofy smile quickly fades as I become aware of Dan's condescending look. Dan is jealous. He's jealous. I know it. He can't even get one girl despite hooking up with multiple women, and I snagged Emma, dude. I mean, come on now. Who's the real winner here? Oh, I can just scroll through dialogue with the mouse wheel. I just realized that. Okay. I didn't know you were a hopeless romantic, Sir Plays a Lot. Yeah, Dan, and I didn't know you were a player. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yeah, I get it. You are not familiar with this very concept. I'm looking for the right person too. Shit. I mean, if Jessica decided one day to... Who knows? After all, I would just need a stroke to fall into your arms. Uh-oh. Jessica was eavesdropping. I turn my head to the newcomer, Jessica, the most popular girl of the class. The sunlight slides over her incredibly long red hair. Many heads turn when she walks around the campus. I don't think she has many female friends. Damn, what an observation, dude. Yes, she walks alone and whips her hair. Does she even have friends? I feel Emma's fingers tighten on my arm and notice a slightly uneasy look on her face. Is Emma feeling weird around Jessica? Cause she and Jessica don't really get along very well, to say the least. Jessica, I was just waiting for you to come and brighten up this dreary morning. Don't even dream about it, Dan. Dan bursts out laughing. The two of them actually get along pretty well. I don't think there's any hint of romance between them, but who knows? Yeah, I don't think Jessica's feeling anything right now, honestly. I mean, she seems like the type of girl that would kind of just brush off a compliment, you know? You know. Anyway, what's about this new professor? What's so interesting about her? Yeah, I feel like she's all anyone's talking about. Is this really a big thing, a new professor? Just what I'm thinking. Finally, yes, finally. Someone I can become a sheeple with. What's up with the new professor? Emma speaks up in an unusually excited voice. I heard she graduated top of her class last year. She was so good that the university agreed to hire her as an assistant professor, even though she's barely older than us. Geez, Emma, you really love teachers, huh? I guess you love education too. I can't knock it. Jessica glares at Emma with a contemptuous look. She's probably your spirit animal, right, Miss Perfect? This is where the conflict comes in. Emma cowers in on herself as if she's being slapped. I have to step in. Hey, Jessica, can you please shut up for a second? Just let's all go to the classroom and get through the day. We don't need any more of your bullshit. Hey, Jessica, I know your grass-based diet must be such a pain on a daily basis, but you don't need to lash out onto others. Man, dude, Okay, you know what? I clearly don't need to be blunt. The game does it for me. Is this like a personality inspector kind of thing where they know like how I'm gonna respond? Jessica strides toward me in a way that's both graceful and intimidating, with her haughty air and amber eyes seem capable of setting the surrounding air ablaze at any moment. I may have gone a bit too far. We're all happy to know that your underwear sits right next to Miss Perfect's bed 3 times a week, but you really need to get your feet back on the ground. Damn, I guess Jessica is also kind of salty that Emma is in a relationship. I guess Dan and Jessica really were meant for each other. Maybe they can reminisce about being single. Sorry, m'lady. This girl is scary. I wonder who would be crazy enough to chase after her. Dan. Yes, as soon as we say that, Dan comes in. Chill, Jess. You know Sir Plays-A-Lot is the white knight type, just defending his damsel in distress. There are damsels in distress that would be better off thrown to the dragon. An unusual silence sits in. I don't understand the animosity between Jessica and Emma. Fortunately, Dan often manages to diffuse the tension. He got a real gift for that. His hand brushes Jessica's shoulder and she immediately turns her animosity to this new threat. Jessica, you don't understand. This new professor, apparently, she is absolutely gorgeous. Jessica raises a haughty eyebrow. What, she wears a miniskirt and plunging cleavage, and that's enough to tickle your Y chromosome? You know what? The sass is actually on point here. My poor Dan. I thought you were not that stupid. Dan shakes his head, a condescending smile on his lips. You don't understand. I've never gotten so much dithyrambic feedback on a girl. It's like she's everyone's first choice. Dithyrambic. Don't use big words you don't understand. Is it to impress this infamous professor? Jessica rolls her eyes with a sigh. Dan, you're really a complete idiot. Jessica gives Emma one last contemptuous look, then heads towards the main building. Sir Plays-A-Lot, I think it's time to go and meet my new love in life, Professor Perfect. I don't know, that's just the nickname I'm giving because she's clearly head over heels over this professor. Emma takes my hand and heads towards the building as well. I follow her with my feet dragging. This class is way too early in the morning. Ah, yes. Waking up at 6 a.m. and then getting to school at 8. That was hell. It was just a constant cycle of rinse and repeating and no time for yourself and homework every goddamn day. I walk into the half-empty auditorium with Emma still holding my hand. Looks like not everyone is planning to attend the morning lecture. Man, this is our chance, Emma. Quick, we gotta go. No one's here. Maybe they'll call off the class. Remember that rumor? 5 minutes, 10 minutes when the professor doesn't arrive, we just leave? Let's sit over there. Okay, never mind. As usual, Emma sits at one of the top middle rows at a very reasonable distance from the board. How long does this class last again? 3 hours, I think? I stare at her unblinkingly for far too long to hide my dismay. Over the whole week? A small crystal chiming laugh escapes Emma's thin lips as she quickly kisses me. Jesus, Emma, you're just kissing me all the time. You're just that kind of girl. You like to melt boys' hearts. Stop being so silly. Social studies is one of my favorite subjects. Yeah, me too. One of my favorites to skip. Emma grabs my arm with a particularly adorable expression. Sir Plays-A-Lot, I love you. Now please, you must sacrifice yourself to the gods. I love you too, Emma. You know that already. Yeah, but I love when you say it. Okay. A duet of identical voices rises behind me. Emma. Emma. Chloe. Zoe. The twins. Oh God. Well, at least they kind of have different hairdos so you can tell the difference. And also one really likes to show her belly button. I quickly step aside to let the double hair tornado pass by me and rush to Emma. Actually, this is good because now we can finally get away from the awkwardness that is saying I have to love this person out loud. You'll never guess who we saw making out on the way here. I still can't believe it. What? No way. Yes. 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 With an exasperating sign, I turn away and take out my laptop. I scan across the classroom that is slowly filling up around me. Uh-oh, we're being surrounded by the sheep. Some people clearly decided to stay in their bed this morning, but from the looks of it, there's still a good 30 or so students who bothered to show up. I love how it zoomed in and literally showed empty seats. The 30 students are out of frame, clearly. Not bad for a morning class. I glance at Emma, who is still absorbed in an intense exchange of gossip with the twins. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Dan staring at me from the back row. What, slowly judging me that I still have a girlfriend and I don't need to constantly talk to her, and we're still partners? Gosh, Dan. This new professor must really be special for him to show up this early in the morning. An amber glint catches my eye. It's only Jessica, who just sat a little behind me in the back row, probably just enough to kick my head in whenever I decide to yawn or exist. At a very reasonable distance from Dan, though. Wes is giving her sideways glances. Oh, Wes is a girl. Okay, I genuinely assumed Wes was a dude. Tomboy. Okay, so Wes is a tomboy. Got it. Is that why he's always with Dan? Huh? Wait. My face naturally breaks into a smile as I open my latest notes on my laptop. The social sciences file contains about 10 particularly short sentences and a few words highlighted in bold. Yep, that's it. Let's say that I'm desperately relying on Emma's notes. When are the midterms again? A slight nudge pulls me out of my thoughts. Sir Plays-A-Lot, look! She's not the only one who looks stunned. It seems like the whole class is hypnotized by what exactly? My eyes swerve toward the front of the class. It's the teacher! Uh-oh, Mrs. Hot Teacher. Everyone loves her. The newcomer is sitting on the lecture desk, in the most natural way. All eyes linger on her fine, even features, her bewitching smile, her jet black hair cascading down her shoulders. Let alone her eyes. Eyes at once dark, sparkling, intimidating, an impossible night blue gleam dances in her gaze. The regular professor's loud voice rises sharply, but only partially breaks the spell that is mesmerizing the whole class. Listen, where did this teacher come from? Listen, this is Miss, please call me Evelyn. Yes, that is the voice. The playful tone emphasizes the bubbly and perfectly controlled side of her voice. Evelyn is my new assistant, and she will be teaching most of my classes next semester. I need to fix my glasses. If only I could put them on my face so I could see better. I'm counting on you to stay serious and focused. A few whispers rise from the back rows. That's the dream job. You hire some assistant and don't do How do you become a professor? Please quiet in the back. God. Oh, good. I count on you to welcome Evelyn and show her the full extent of your capabilities. For those who have any. Damn, dude. I get that we're in college, I guess, but Jesus. The professor punctuates his last remark with a glance in the direction of Dan, who grins with all his teeth. I wish you all a good day, and good luck to you, Evelyn. The sound of the door slamming shut tells me that the professor has left the room. Yeah, he bolted out of here, dude. He's done. He's done with us. He's replacing us. That's it. This professor is going to kill us all. And we have no choice but to sit here. It's only Evelyn and us now. Hello, everyone. Good morning, madam. Hey. A collective murmur rises from the rows of the room in greeting to the new arrival. Like I said, you can call me Evelyn, but please don't call me Madame. I am barely older than you. A light laugh escapes her lips and echoes off the large walls of the auditorium. I graduated last year, so I was a student like you until very recently. I hope we can bond to learn together. I'm still very new to the job, so I'm counting on your goodwill. The muffled echo of male voices erupts from the four corners of the auditorium. Of course, you can count on us, Professor Evelyn. If you need help, please let me know. Oh, what are you gonna do for her, bro? She's probably already married. She doesn't have a ring on her finger, but you don't know that. Her amused eyes roam the auditorium and scrupulously probe each row.
The room looks a little empty to me, but I think all the important people are here.
What? Is this a subtle way of saying she's going to take attendance? For a morning lecture? That would be unheard of. I guess Evelyn is very proper. Evelyn comes down from the lecture desk with a small light hop.
Well, I think it's time for us to start the class. And just to start on the right foot, by the way, what class am I supposed to teach you?
Even Emma is left speechless. No one expected her to say that. Evelyn seems to revel in everyone's surprise. This is a social studies class. Emma, the fact that Emma is shocked says everything you need to know about her. She's shocked, dude. No one else cares. A large smile appears on Evelyn's face.
Social studies, wonderful. That's my favorite class.
Just like Emma? The new professor's gaze finally swivels to me.
You handsome, what's your name?
Why do questions always come to me, regardless of the professor? I'm Sir Plays-A-Lot, Madam Evelyn.
Sir Plays-A-Lot, could you please tell me where you were in the course?
Emma, please save me. Well, the fact that she knows that Emma's favorite subject might be social studies and that she's very sus right now, I think I have no choice but to tell her the truth. Emma, please save me. I have absolutely no idea. Looking completely clueless, I give Emma a puppy-like dog look. She sighs at my utter dismay and glaring back at me with an angry look. What was she expecting? That I would be up to date with the course? Yeah, okay, this is the part where Emma really doesn't like us right now. Oh boy, all right. I was kind of hoping for a date later on, but that's not gonna happen. I've given up on taking this class seriously a long time ago. Resigned, Emma whispers the answer in my ear. I don't understand a word she's saying and just repeat every syllable in a very rough voice. We were studying comprehensive sociology? Evelyn quickly claps her hands, looking visibly excited.
The analysis of the social world. Fantastic. Social relationships, right? Domination, power, differentiation.
I nod without understanding a word she just said. I really need to start studying for real, or else Emma is gonna yell at me again. Her cold look confirms my fears. She looks quite upset. Sorry, thanks Emma for helping me.
Perfect. Let's start the class. I'm counting on all of you to behave.
All right, I guess the teacher's really getting on my balls here. How could she have possibly known that I wasn't paying attention? Emma was right. Evelyn is quite brilliant. Despite her visible lack of preparation for this specific class, she has been talking about comprehensive sociology for over 5 minutes with particular insight and sense of expertise. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to really like this. Okay, this is interesting. I like where this is going. Given my insane lack of knowledge in social sciences, I am unable to say if what she says is actually relevant. But she definitely sounds very convincing, so I'll take it. Wait, isn't that the Dr. Fox effect? Seems like I've actually learned a thing or two about sociology over the years. Huh, who would have thought? I guess some things matter, which is kind of true. I take a look at the other students. Most of them behave exactly like usual. At least the ones I know. And they all happen to be women, because I'm not thinking about Emma at all in this very moment. I don't know how Emma thinks about that. I really hope she's okay with this. Emma takes perfectly organized notes on her little pink laptop. Zoe's having a quick manicure, her little nail polish jar unsteadily resting on her right knee. And Chloe tries by all means to catch the eye of a guy sitting a few rows down, without much success so far. Wes? As for Jessica, she's staring at her laptop screen far too intensely to be actually paying attention to the class. And what about me? Well, I'm not paying attention to no point in lying, I haven't taken a single note. A nudge on the elbow pulls me out of my daydream. I was listening, I swear. Emma looks at me warily, then finally smiles. Dude, this look is so good, by the way. This is perfect. Like, she's actually mad at me.
Very funny, but take notes. Class started 5 minutes ago.
With a sigh, I place my hands on the keyboard and start writing a few keywords from Emma's notes. Hey, do you guys have internet? Emma and I turn to a student sitting a bit further to my left. I haven't tried yet. Why? I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. You whisper behind me this time?
Wi-Fi is down. They must have changed the password last night. Only the school intranet works.
Intranet? The oh god, the intranet, great. Oh boy. Aside from fascinating articles about the discovery of electricity and the biography of the college's dean, this thing is as empty as my fridge on a weeknight. Hey, log on to the intranet chat. Everybody's trolling. I mean, with social networks and mobile phones, this kind of thing is literally useless. But now, since we don't have the actual internet anymore, I find the address in a few clicks and manage to log into the chat room. We're hacked into the mainframe! Looks like the internet wasn't bad after all. The messages are flooding. I open the small tab listing to the people logged in. There's almost 30 people. I like how we're just here and the teacher isn't saying anything. We're literally just going on the computer as if nothing's happening. Seriously, nobody can crack the new Wi-Fi password? Sucks so much. Pink lady, so effing bored. When did they even change it? It was working just fine yesterday. Why so serious? That's pretty good. I like how it actually emphasizes the reference. I got no signal on my phone. Yeah, I don't have any signal either. Just me. Nobody can get any signal in this auditorium. It's always been like this. But why? Wes, come on, Wes, don't put your name in the username. God damn it. You gotta get better. Okay, you gotta get better at this, man. You're not a wizard. Just call yourself the Wizard. That's all you could have done. Okay, I'm getting too mad at a fictional character right now. This auditorium was built with new materials that are more insulating, but that also prevents any mobile signal. I do your mom. Get the f out. Valshore, shut up. He's saying something interesting. So we'll never get any signal in this room? Who's Wes Wizard? This is so dumb. I don't know. Dude, this is actually funny. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going through an impressive number of insulting messages in pure flood. It's insane how an online chat can become a garbage can in no time. We will eventually, thanks to the deep indoor technology that allows signals to pass through very thick walls, but it's expensive for mobile network operators to install. How do you know all this? It's Wes, Dan's friend. His mom works for a telecom operator, so he knows a lot about this stuff. Dark unicorn. Shut the f up. Just, hey, this guy's knowledgeable about stuff. Gay. With the chat being anonymous, it's just so easy to troll. Welcome to the absurdity of online chatting. I glance over at Emma, still focused on her notes that now fill an entire page. Has Evelyn talked that much already? I feel Emma's incensed look on my face. She hates it when I slack off. And I look up at Evelyn again. I find this almost magical bluish glow dancing in her dark eyes. I stiffen slightly as Emma's hand shakes my shoulder. Take notes! Hurry up! I stifle a yawn and look down at the clock. Morning break won't happen anytime soon. Oh no, we're stuck in a time loop! Oh god, time is slowly passing by. This is so infuriating. We are done with this chapter. I hope it wasn't too boring. An unusual rising tide of voices spreads through the rows. That was perfect, Evelyn. Just keep standing there and look pretty. Keep talking, please. Could you please repeat the last part? Thank you all, you are so kind, as she refuses to answer that last statement. But I've talked too much. Now it's question time. Okay, pretty good. What do you mean, questions? What? I didn't pay any attention. Who can tell me what the Barnum effect is? A few hands go up, including Emma's and Dan's. You, next to Sir Plays-A-Lot. Emma straightens up slightly in her chair. It's the principle used for personality tests or horoscopes. People are flattered by a speech that valorizes them, which leads them to find inaccurate comments about their own personality relevant. All right, I gotta read this again. So Barnum effect is the principle used for personality tests or horoscopes. People are flattered by a speech that valorizes them, which leads them to find inaccurate comments about their own personality relevant. Yeah, this makes sense. I think what this is saying is basically if you talk to someone like you're basically raising their ego, they're more likely to warm up to you, I guess. I'm assuming this is what this means. Evelyn quickly claps both hands. Yes, like the cat meme, like very, very quickly clapping her hands, by the way. Like there's no pause between. It's just quick slapping between the hands.
Excellent. That's exactly right. What's your name?
Emma hesitates for a moment, surprised by this teacher's unusual familiarity with her students.
Emma? That's perfect, Emma. Read any personality test. You'll always find a subtle mix of flattery and statements generic enough to fit the majority. Once convinced that the test results represent who you are, you would become more likely to accept completely false statements about your own personality.
Once convinced that the test results represent who you are, you would become more likely to accept completely false statements. Yep, that's basically horoscope in a nutshell. I mean, hell, there's so many people that depend on the horoscopes. Like, oh, you're a Capricorn? Oh, you're a Cancer? Oh, God, well, gotta avoid these things that the test said about you that probably isn't even true. Yes, you are greedy. That's because your sign said so, even though they're completely conservative.
That is the power of the Barnum effect.
Evelyn, you are the best professor in the world. Evelyn bursts into a crystalline laugh.
Sorry, but flattery needs at least a little bit of subtlety. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Let's see. Who can tell me about the bystander effect? It's a classic that you've already faced in real life.
Hands go up again.
No. It's always the same people answering. I'll pick someone this time.
She moves slowly across the stage in search of her prey, one hand brushing the desk as she continues to walk.
You over there, what's your name?
Lucas, ma'am. Evelyn? The guy named Lucas, I probably talked to him twice in my life, is casually sitting in an obvious attempt to appear cool and relaxed.
So, Lucas, do you know what the bystander effect is?
Lucas' smile widens. It's when you are a bystander to a significant event that you're able to replicate afterwards with accuracy. For example, I was able to date very talented girls. As a result, now I can pull off some amazing tricks, ladies. I'm just saying, I'm waiting after school. I'm always at the front door. He concludes his answer with a wink that he probably believes to be the most charming in the world. It was dorky, vulgar, and probably off topic.
What a douche.
You bet. He'll be lucky if he just gets kicked out of class. To my surprise, Evelyn continues to smile in a perfectly natural way.
It does not surprise me. After all, you look like you belong to the gifted type.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Evelyn is really good at this. This is like some political talk going on right now. She's way too good at this. It's up to you to find out. What's in my pants? Oh! Gets kicked out, just flung out the window. Evelyn's smile widens.
Oh, but I already know better than anyone.
Excuse me? Huh?
Unfortunately, that wasn't the right answer.
Oh. A blinding flash of light fills the entire room for a split second, immediately followed by a dull crack. My eyes instinctively close at this sudden light assault. The classroom is now dead silent. Oh, he just got stabbed, dude. Yo. Okay, Evelyn is a true political person. She says what she says what she probably means, but there's a double meaning to that. When I finally manage to open my eyes for good, I find myself facing a vision of horror. Holy crap, dude. It's over. Oh, dude, Lucas, I'm so sorry, man. You thought you were just messing around, but you were actually messing around with your life. Evelyn is elegantly seated on the table right in front of Lucas. smiling, terrifying. In front of her, Lucas stares dazedly at the long blue spear that crosses his chest. There is blood absolutely everywhere. The eyes widened. Lucas tries to articulate some words, but only a bubble of blood springs from his lips and splashes a little more his completely soiled clothes. The blue spear seems to glow with a supernatural and devious gleam, as if animated by a will of its own. Evelyn keeps her eyes riveted on Lucas's face, whose life is rapidly slipping away. It feels like time stays frozen for an eternity. My brain, unable to process the images I am witnessing, can no longer reason rationally. Lucas is covered in blood. Evelyn, the magic spear. I'm dreaming. A nightmare. That's impossible. I barely managed to hear the scream that tears through the surrounding silence. Oh, thank you, female student. I was not ready to yell myself, so thank you so much. Help! Run! Uh-oh, we're all trapped in the class, aren't we? The paralysis that had gripped the entire room disappears all at once, as if by magic. A very large panic begins, with half of the students taking cover under the tables, while the other half rushes to the door. Door located at the under end of the room from my seat. Emma turns to me, her face livid. Without thinking, I pull her against me and tip backwards so that our bodies are under the table. The protection is purely symbolic, but what more can I do? While my brain is screaming at me to think of a way to get to the door, my gaze goes back to Evelyn. Still smiling, she gently caresses the handle of the spear without seeming in the least disturbed by the agitation around her. Her medallion glows with the pulsing of the magic spear, which seems to be absorbing the life of her unfortunate victim. It seems that Lucas is living his last moments. His face becomes more and more livid with each passing second, and his eyes take on a gray color specific to dead corpses. Oh man, dude, she's really enjoying this, huh? Are you seeing this? A frightful nausea invades me. I pull Emma a little tighter against me and force her head to turn toward my chest in a futile attempt to spare her from this macabre vision. In spite of the ambient rush, a unusual scream followed by a pestilential odor invades the room that silences all the other noises. As I try to find a proper vision angle without exposing myself unnecessarily, I manage to see a flaming mass collapsing on the floor just in front of the door. Don't tell me, another student? Oh man, she's just murdering everyone now. We're all dead. That's it. It's over. There's nothing else we can do. This is the end of the game. The students amass near the door, all caught up in a primal panic. A tremendous stampede ensues. The crowd divided by the desire to get as far away as possible from the two corpses, that of Lucas and another unfortunate soul who was burned alive. Evelyn's bubbly voice rises from the center stage, as if she had teleported again from the back rows where Lucas's corpse still lies.
No, no, no! The class is not over!
At these words, all the students froze and a new icy silence invaded the room. Evelyn's sharp smile lights up her face, which strangely no longer bears any trace of Lucas's blood.
If you don't hurry back to your seats, I will have to punish you too.
After a few interminable seconds, the message finally sinks in. Clear as blood. Punishment. Death. New panic sets in. Most of the students rush to the relative safety of the tables, while a handful remain motionless near the door, totally paralyzed by fear. Evelyn gazes at these death row inmates with a delighted expression.
Oh, bad students!
One of the three students still standing faints, her face maddened. The second lays eyes on the totally charred corpse, then bends over to vomit profusely. The third, his limbs shaking all over, seems to have completely lost the control of his own body. Oh God. Evelyn slowly approaches the door, her eyes riveted on the two girls on the ground.
Poor thing, she's fainted. What kind of teacher would I be if I punished a student with anemia?
Her light-hearted laughter is in total contrast to the seriousness of the situation.
As for her, Evelyn takes a small step to the side to avoid the puddle of vomit. I'm sorry, but eating in class is forbidden. That's how you mess up the room. With a nonchalant gesture, she extends 2 fingers in the direction of the unfortunate girl, still on her knees and agitated by sporadic retching. Bam. What happened? New flash out of light. Blue this time. The student collapses totally on her vomit in a big spray of blood. God damn. Okay, Evelyn's kind of petty right now. I get it, sexist comments not exactly the most acceptable in this time of year and day and time. But dog, like, she just vomited on the floor. You know what? I'm just gonna shut up. I don't want to burst in a pool of blood. Oh my, look how dirty she is. I hate dirty people. The last student, still standing, tries to move away, but his legs seem to no longer obey the movements intimated by his hips. He just manages to lean against the wall to avoid falling. Evelyn raises her eyes full of malice in his direction. Why aren't you sitting in your seat? The class has started already, right? The unfortunate guy opens his mouth like a fish out of water and painfully manages to squeeze a few words. I is not a valid answer. Sorry. Oh, dude, did she just kiss her finger or something? That was some animation I just saw there. Oh yeah, she just winked. Okay. Evelyn gives him a ravaging little wink, then quickly waves her left hand in his direction. He's done. Yep. Oh god. New flash of light followed by a dull cracking sound. A long blue spear, identical to the one that pierced Lucas, goes through the student's chest and literally pins him against the wall. Contrary to Lucas, death must have been instantaneous. The student does not emit any rattle, and his inert head falls to one side in a frightening angle. Looking satisfied, Evelyn quickly contemplates her work, then returns to the desk while clapping her hands. In a very quick fashion, by the way. Remember? Very quick fashion clapping. Well, I guess now we can resume the class. She runs her delicate hand through her long hair. I think I was just asking you some questions. All right, just a few more questions and we'll start a new chapter. Of doom! I mean, let's see. Evelyn sweeps the room with her eyes. All the students have taken shelter under the tables, just like Emma and me. A perfectly useless shelter, inasmuch as the underside of the tables is visible from the board. It's gonna be difficult for you to take notes, crouching like that on the floor. Despite her enchanting smile, an evil glint gleams in her eyes as she opens her mouth again. If you don't take notes, I'll have to consider you absent. The signal is clear. Obey or die. The students slowly stand up and reluctantly sit back in their seats in dead silence. Despite my heart beating way too fast, I take the risk of standing up as well. Emma's still in my arms. My will is so close to breaking when Emma raises her big doe eyes to me with filled tears. Emma, trust me. My voice is only a whisper, but she nods and lets my arms guide her. I sit her back down in a seat right next to mine, then sit down as well. Her morbidly livid face doesn't let me forget the nausea rumbling deep in my gut. This is a nightmare, a pure nightmare. I slowly turn my head towards Evelyn, praying not to meet her eyes. With a big smile on her face, she is making sure that everyone is seated properly. A particularly sickening smell of burning flesh finally reaches my nostrils. I glance at the black carcass lying on the floor near the door. Just imagining that it is the corpse of another human being makes me want to regurgitate the contents of my stomach. No way. Magic doesn't exist. There is no such thing as teachers killing students in a classroom. Not in my life. Not in my very average, very basic student life. That's impossible. Emma's small hand squeezes mine. Despite her shaking, the touch of her soft skin manages to calm my emotions slightly, enough to bring me back to my senses.
I need to be rational. Control my emotions. Survive. We must survive. Evelyn can kill us in the blink of an eye. She's using magic, or a super-powered weapon from the future, or whatever. It doesn't matter. The facts are simple. We are totally powerless against it. So we have to trick it, to understand her motives, the rules that underlie her morbid game. Turn them against her, like in a video game. Oh, god damn, dude, my character. All right, let's go. Sir Plays a Lot is about to play this game called Turn the Tides Against the Witch. I like it. I close my eyes to try to concentrate more, without success. Don't be an idiot. This is not a video game. There are no rules, no solutions, no escape. I open my eyes again and meet Evelyn's gaze. Oh, what the hell did she just do? Did she just wink at me? Am I dead? My blood runs through my veins. Did she just wink at me? I literally just pointed that out. Oh my god, dude. Can you imagine if we just died? That's it. That's the end of the game. Sorry, you didn't read quick enough. Her attention immediately shifts to the other side of the room, but the uneasy feeling persists. Am I next? My swallowing becomes very difficult, as if my throat has become totally knotted. I'm going to die, like Lucas, like the others. We're all going to die. My eyes freeze on the door to the room, the only way we can escape, the only way to survive. A door, trapped. A door that condemns the one who puts his hand on it to die by fire. My breath is getting shorter and shorter as I curl up slightly in my seat. We can't get out anymore. Trapped. Condemned.
Is everyone seated? Good. Let's get back to the questions.
Whoo boy. Alrighty then. I think this is the perfect time to save my progress, because that was a lot to take in. I did not expect this to take the twist that it took. I'm really liking the character development here. The music is really good at setting the scenes. Literally, the fact that they don't even have to show all of the images and I can actually visualize what's going on, it's amazing. And also, god damn, dude, like, they really take you out of the fun moments in a good way so rapidly, and it's believable. Like the fact that Lucas was just being an absolute dumbass and just got murdered for it is like, oh my god, like that's like that's like the dream of some people, right? Where they wish they could just shut people up, except when it actually happens this time, it's a murderous witch and everyone else is trapped. That's crazy, man. I think I'm definitely gonna play more of this because this game is so much fun, and wow, just this blew my expectations out of the water. I'm getting great vibes from the story, so I'll definitely be back here, and I hope I can see you on the next video.